Hello, everybody, and welcome to our March meetup, which is all about teaching LAMDA in lots of different settings. And I thought that would be a useful topic because I know that when I first started, I was just teaching, from my front room. And then as the business expanded, we built a studio in the garden, but we were also going into schools a little bit. And then we now have Zoom as well as another setting. And we also sometimes, not very often, but occasionally will actually go into people's homes. And in fact, Sasha, who's in this meeting is one of our teachers who does that. So we may talk to you a little bit about that experience. Before I blab on about me, let's just talk to you guys, and you can tell me some of the settings that you teach in, and I'll sort of tick them off my list. Catherine, you're unmuted at the moment, and you said that you have just come back into
Yeah,
teaching LAMDA, having already having a business directing children shows. Um,
that's right.
yes, and so what setting are you teaching your LAMDA students in?
I'm planning to teach online, and I have had some interest from some local primary schools about going in as well, so it might be twofold. So
Okay, and are you going to use Zoom for the online lessons?
I think so. It seems the most straightforward and the most flexible as everybody has. I mean, there are
Yes.
definite benefits about teaching online because some of our students are saying that they don't have to run them from football to something. They're already in the house. So
Yes.
that's the benefit, I guess.
There is a benefit in terms of for you as the teacher as well, in that you're not having
Mhm.
to, I suppose, hire a space.
Yeah,
Obviously, if you're using a room in your own home, then that's not necessarily an issue. But if you don't have space to teach at home, then Zoom is a really good option. It
yeah,
also means that you can have classes pretty much back to back without having to worry
yes.
about traveling or getting one student out and the next student in. Um, the only real cost is a Zoom subscription, which I think is about £18 a month,
Okay.
which you would then kind of split across all of your
Yeah.
classes when you're figuring out the costs.
Mm,
And the advantage, of course, to parents is, as you say, they don't have to. They can just do it from home. So it is a really useful option. It also means you can teach students who are overseas. And I know
that's
one
right.
of my colleagues has a huge. Most of her teaching work is students from China doing it on
Yeah.
Zoom, and they take their exams at the public ROA centres. And I think also, obviously, if you have enough students, you can set up a private ROA centre as
That's right.
well.
Because I
Um,
don't I don't believe just because I teach them online, they have to have an online examination, do they?
they do not have to have an online
No.
examination. My rule tends to be that if you are exclusively having your lessons online, then it's a good idea to have
Yeah.
your exam online. If they live nearish our studio and they're just doing Zoom for convenience and they want to do a live exam, then my recommendation is that they come and have a live lesson for the last three or four
Yeah.
lessons,
Yeah.
so that they can, have the exam in the actual format that they're going to be.
Yeah.
Have their lessons in the actual format that they're going to have their exams in. Um, what subjects are you teaching online or planning to teach online?
I want to do the acting and the verse and prose, and I've had some interest in the public speaking as well. So
So I
that's
think
where I
verse
am so
and
far.
yeah, the verse and prose and public speaking lend themselves very well
Yeah.
to online, because with acting you are being assessed on your use of the space. I'm not saying it's not entirely possible, but they just have to have a good setup. I have found that a lot of the time when I'm teaching on Zoom, they're quite hemmed in. They don't have a huge
Yeah.
amount of space. And if I just sort of remove my background. Um, Someone's clock is going.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's my
Okay.
husband's favourite clock. It's like Big Ben.
So, for example,
It's nearly
sorry,
done.
my office is such a mess at the moment because of the festival. But if you're watching on video, you can see I've actually got a really nice space here.
Yeah.
And I think they do, I can't remember